Hey folks, welcome to BurlsSports 1965 Topps Complete Set Group Break Broadcast. This is Burl. We will do our live break here. If this is your first time joining us, I'll give you a quick rundown of how we do things. So, we've got this nice handy-dandy checklist for every card in the break, 598 cards. I've got this nice handy-dandy list of 598 names. If you bought one spot, your name's in here once. If you bought two, your name's in here twice. If you bought 100, your name's in here 100 times. So I'll copy-paste that list of names into random.org's list randomizer. So if you've never been to random.org, played around, you should do that sometime. So it's under List and More, List Randomizer. Make that a little bigger for you. And so I'll paste that list of 598 names here. I'll randomize it 3 times. It'll be that third time that takes. We'll copy paste the random list of names right next to our checklist. And so whoever's name it comes up first in that list will get card number 1. Second, we'll get card number 2, and so on. So we won't read every single card on the break, but I've got a couple dozen hits pulled out here that we'll look at. And then after the broadcast is done, I'll post the full list on the website and email out a link to all the participants. That way you can see every card you got. All right. So looks like we got a handful of live viewers. I'm sure more will jump on here in a few minutes. But without any further ado, we'll get started. So we'll copy this list. All right. So copy. Paste. All right. So again, we'll randomize this 3 times. So here's the first random. Here's the second. And this last one will be the one that takes. All right. So again, we'll copy paste this right next to our checklist. And we'll check out who got which hits. That's our timestamp. All right. So I'll delete these extra cells here up top. So we're lined up. Make it a little bigger for you. All right. Just a little bit of space there. All right. So the first hit we'll look at is card number 16, which is the Joe Morgan rookie card. And that goes to Kyle Kaysen. So SGC 60 example here on the Morgan. Next, we'll look up to card 120. That's Frank Robinson. It goes to Gary White. So there's the Robinson. Next is card 130. Al Kaline goes to Matt Aber. Really classic 60s design on this set. Love the pennants. Love this set overall. Next up, we'll look at Mantle's clutch home run from Game 3 of the World Series. That goes to Gary White. Card 134. All right. Next up, we've got card 150. Brooks Robinson goes to Jeffrey Manega. We've got card 155. Roger Maris goes to Sam Aston. And it should be noted that, you know, we're not looking at every single hit in this break either. There are lots of other stars in here, some minor stars that short prints that certainly bring back more than your buy-in value, but kind of looking at the big names, the ones that are a little bit more fun. All right, next up, card 160, Roberto Clemente. Goes to Daniel. Daniel, I'm not going to attempt your last name, but you get the Clemente, so. Looks French. But anyways. Daniel, if you want me to say your last name properly, feel free to send me an email. I'd be happy to do that. All right, next up, card 170. Hank Aaron goes to Nathan Lindgren. There's the Aaron. Next up, we'll look at Pete Rose. Card 207 goes to Robert Morris. Nice card there, Robert. Next up is Willie Mays. Card 250. That goes to Nathan Lindgren. Nathan, there's the Mays. Looks like we've picked up several more live viewers. So if you're just now joining us, this is being recorded. Feel free to watch the entire break once we're done. You can catch the randomization in the beginning of the broadcast. All right, next up, pulled out Don Drysdale, whose card 260 goes to James DeLong. Next up is next two hits are actually two of my favorite cards in this break. Number 300, Sandy Koufax. I'm always a sucker for a good pitcher. Goes to CJ. Here you go, CJ. And we'll look at card 320. Bob Gibson goes to Kevin Byer. I really like this Gibson card. All right, is our Mickey Mantle. It's graded a Beckett 4. Decent mid-grade card here. $150 in the set. And there goes to Nathan Lindgren. Nice pickup there for you, Nathan. Next, we'll look at 377, Willie Stargell. That goes to Tony Cipriano. There's the Stargell. And we've got Carl Yastrzemski, card 385, goes to Nathan Lindgren. Nathan, looks like you're running hot in this break after a couple cold ones. Glad to see that for you. But here's the Yastrzemski. And next we've got card 400, and Harmon Killebrew goes to Kevin Byer. Kevin, if I'm mispronouncing your last name, feel free to send me a message too. All right, but there's the Killebrew. Next up is Yogi Berra, card number 470. That goes to James DeLong. So Bears player coach at this point with those New York Mets. Next hit we'll look at is the Steve Carlton rookie card, which is card 477. That goes to Jeffrey Sly. Next up, we have card 500. Ed Matthews goes to Lyle. Nice card, Lyle. Always felt like Ed kind of looked a little constipated in this image, but what are you gonna do? And 510, Ernie Banks goes to Steve Schisler. Really nice centering on this Banks. Looks like we got half a dozen more cards to look at here. We'll look at Bob Uecker next. Card 519 goes to Jeffrey Manega. Then we've got Catfish Hunter. Rookie Stars card 526 goes to Ed Keller. We've got Lou Brock up next at card 540. That also goes to Jeffrey Sly. So a couple hits for you, Jeffrey, here in the last 100 cards of the break. So we're in the high numbers. One kind of toughie is Mel Stottlemyre's rookie, card 550. And that goes to Matt Pottle. Several of these short printed high numbers are pretty tough, but not quite as tough as, say, 66 or 61 for sure. So, but let's see. Then we got 581's the last hit we'll look at. It's the Tony Perez rookie. That goes to James Lee. There you go. So that will wrap it up for BurlsSports 1965 Topps Complete Set Group Break. Thanks for buying in. Thanks for tuning in. And I'll send out that email with the link to the full results, and I'll sort it by name too. That way you don't have to. I'll sort it by name and by number, so it'll be there twice. That way you don't have to sort too much if you don't want to. But thanks again, and have a great rest of your Tuesday.